Gentlemen, start your timers, because in this video, I'm showing you how to get a 98 overall All-Star Athlete Champion Pack for free in 25 minutes. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your day, and without further ado, let's get this one started. Now, can we just take maybe 1 minute to start this video to gush over how good these players are? The stats, and better yet, the abilities on these cards are insane. Like, first of all, Anthony Edwards as a corner is absolutely awesome. He's got pick artist for 0 AP, universal coverage for 2, a 6'4" as well, 98 speed, 98 zone. Card's insane. Then honestly, one of my favorites right here, Derrick Henry's abilities are grotesque, bro. He gets tank for 0 AP, wrecking ball for 0 AP, and angry runs for 2 AP. Bruh, that is insane. And finally, maybe the best card in this release, it is wide receiver Calvin Johnson. He is baked in with double me for 0 AP. Double me for 0 baked into the card. Angry runs for 2 if you want to throw that on him is insane, but double me for 0, that's wild, bro. And really quickly, 2 other things to note. If you want Anthony Edwards as a running back card, you guys will see that the 98 overall is not in the catalog, or if you want Calvin Johnson as his strong safety card, you'll see that card is not in the catalog. What you need to do is you need the 95 overall version of that card. So if I want Anthony Edwards running back, I get that version, and then I put in the Anthony Edwards 98 at corner to unlock this running back. And oh yeah, by the way, this card gets jukebox for 0 AP as well as angry runs for 2. Absolutely insane. I will say, kind of prefer the Derrick Henry though. Derrick Henry, that card looks insane. Calvin Johnson receiver looks insane. Let's get one for free. Now, if you watched my video from just a couple of days ago, we explained how you go through and apply All-Star Athlete tokens to get a BND 98 overall player, and we are finally gonna be completing this set. As you guys will see right here, go to your All-Star Athlete sets, find the 98 overall Athlete Exchange Pack, and as you guys can see, for putting in upgrade tokens for Pat McAfee, you actually get a 98 BND. Now, let's talk how we get 10 tokens in the absolute fastest way possible. Number 1, you are gonna get 2 tokens for simply logging into the game. There's a welcome pack in release 1 and a welcome pack in release 2, 1 token inside of each. That's 2. Then once you've done that, it is a non-negotiable to go on over to your solo challenges, and you gotta bang these solo challenges out. Now, do you need to play every single solo? You gotta just play until you get up to tier number 5. I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't remember how many stars that is. I don't remember if that requires you to play every solo on max star difficulty or maybe just 90% of them, but regardless, it is only 16 solos in total. Get to tier 5, that is 3 more tokens. Now, to finish off the set, we're gonna be going on over to our All-Star Athlete Field Pass, and as you guys can see, there are plenty of tokens inside of this pass. You only need 5 of them, which I actually have more than 5 right here. So all you're gonna need is the one at level number 4, you're gonna need one at level 6, you're gonna need one at level 8, and then one at level 10, as well as a level number 13. As you guys will see, I am at level 13 very, very easily, and the way you're doing that is you are grinding stats missions. As you guys will see right here, I'm not even finished most of these. If I finish these off, I'd get even more XP. But if you're watching this video and you're in a situation where you're like, I need 10,000 XP, I need 15,000 XP, these are the missions you guys want to grind in order of grind first to grind last. Now, the first and absolute easiest mission to grind is any kick return yards. Kick returns with 2+ All-Star Athlete players. I'm telling you, you're doing this in 3 minutes. Go to solo seasons, play a solo season game, return a kickoff, and quit out. That's all you do. Quit out, the yards will track, and you're gonna need to do that for like 4 minutes and 4 tries. Then I actually really like the defensive solos, so forced fumbles and sacks. I am a big fan of those two. They're very easy to complete. It is only 8 forced fumbles and 10 sacks. Go to any solo challenge. I like Hispanic Heritage Month Malcolm Rodriguez, but we've talked about that a ton on the channel, so I'm not even gonna show you the solo right here. All you're doing is running mid blitz, run into the quarterback, sack, fumble every time. Then once you're done that, I would recommend you move on to the offensive missions, so points, passing yards, touchdowns, and offensive yards. All you're doing is you're going back on over to your Hispanic Heritage Month solos, go to Braxton Berrios' solo, and play East Coast Post. Throw a touchdown, it's 90 yards, and do that over and over until your missions are done. But realistically, you might not even need to grind any of the offensive stuff, because as you guys can see, I am well over the XP total that I need, and all I needed was to get to level 13. Now, there are 20 extra tokens you guys can get in this program that we're going to talk about at the end of the video, but before we do, let's open this pack up and tell you who I think the move is. Now, bang, the token set has been completed, and we are getting the option of any champion in this game. Now, I can't lie to you, I got one player in mind that I really like. There's a couple of options you can pick from, though. Deion Sanders, who came out in release 1, is a really good card. He's 99 speed. He's an awesome corner right here. But to me, I think the move is Calvin Johnson. Let me me explain why I like Calvin more than any of these cards. Now, number one, wide receiver Calvin is absolutely awesome. Wide receiver Calvin is going to be on my team for quite some time. But the interesting thing about picking Calvin Johnson is that, like I showed you before, if you want strong safety Calvin, you need this 98. So by picking my wide receiver Calvin as a BND, I'm kind of getting the option of two different players. If I want to keep Calvin for the long term, I absolutely can. But if I want to swap him to a strong safety version, I can do that as well. Now, with another BND in this game, like say for example Derrick Henry, if I get rid of Derrick Henry, he's got no other value to me. That's what makes this Calvin Johnson card very interesting. Obviously, you can do the exact same thing with Anthony Edwards, but I will say I kind of prefer Calvin, and I think Double Me Baked In is a pretty insane ability to get for 0 AP. But if you are looking at other options and you're like, Calvin Johnson doesn't really do it for me, Anthony Edwards is good, Deion Sanders is good, and Derrick Henry, those would kind of be your options. For me, I like Calvin because, like I said, the card in itself is amazing. He gets awesome abilities, and he's kind of got a little more long-term value. I like strong safety Calvin a lot, so potentially in the future I'll make that swap, but by picking him instead of another BND, I've got the flexibility to do that. So let's toss this card into our lineup. I can't lie, y'all can easily get this player in about 20 minutes worth of grinding. If you've already done your solos, just grind your stats. It took me maybe 20 minutes today to get this player, and we are going to be tossing Calvin in as a wide receiver number 3 right here. Although I will say wide receiver 3 plays a lot for me, and Calvin is going up to a 99 overall, looking absolutely beautiful right here. All right, the offense is starting to percolate, brother. We got some 99s in a lot of spots. Team's looking good, dude. Now, beyond that, let's talk how you can get more tokens in this game, because technically there's a way to get even more completion sets done and get even more of these big boy 98 overall all-star athletes. Now, the way we're doing that is we're going on over to our sets, and we are going on over to the objective sets in the all-star athlete program. And if you go through and do completion sets, you're going to get all-star athlete upgrade tokens. Now, as you guys can see, for doing one completion set, you get 1 token. I've already done one right here. For doing 2, you get 5 tokens, and for doing 3, you get 14 tokens. Now, I can't lie, this is where things start to get a little bit dicey and where I'm kind of annoyed with EA Sports for how they structured this, because as you guys can see, if we go on over to our all-star athlete sets and we scroll on down to the completion sets, these are what they look like. You're basically putting in every single all-star athlete card from one section of the program. You get them all back in return, and then you get the completion set mission. But this one right here, this one that requires 95s, this is doable, right? Like, we can buy all these 95 overall players. Is it going to be expensive? Yes. Is it doable though? And you can maybe break even? Absolutely. It probably costs you like 2 million coins, which for some people watching this video, you absolutely have the coins for. But the problem here is that the second set, the champion set, is very, very expensive. This one requires every single champion. And boys, there's 16 champions in this game. If you're buying the cards at, let's say conservatively, 650,000 coins per card, I'm going to do that math for you guys right here. That is 10 million coins to do the set. And like I said before, the way EA Sports had structured this is kind of annoying, because if I go through and do the 95 overall completion set, I got 5 tokens, which that doesn't really help me. 5 tokens isn't allowing me to go through and get another 98 overall BND. Sure, it gets me closer, but it doesn't really help me at all. The only way you actually get value from doing completion sets is by doing all 3 of them, which sucks. It's very, very expensive. It's not attainable for most people. If this hero set had value, and say for example we could get 9 tokens from this, then it would absolutely be worth it. But 5 is a kind of no man's land area where there's no point to doing these sets. Now, I hope EA Sports changes this in the future, but I don't think they're going to. I kind of wish we could go through and do these completion sets and have some value. It'd be a fun way of going through and getting another 98 BND if we're able to snipe these cards at the right price. But based on how the numbers are right now, unless you have 11 million coins lying around, these aren't worth it. And even with 11 million coins, you're probably losing about a mil or 800k to get a 98 BND. You might as well just buy the card. And yeah, rerolls absolutely not worth it right now because of the training glitch that happened yesterday. EA Sports made these odds horrible, so if you want to open rolls, this is not the program for you. Until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. See ya. 95 overall poll right here. Peace.